It's been a long and rocky road, but this year WA Ballet celebrates its 60th birthday. From its humble beginnings, the company has evolved into a slick and professional organisation, and it's not the only ballet company celebrating an anniversary. Claire Nichols reports.
It's about a faun and the nymphs or the goddesses walking through the woods, going about their business as goddesses do in the woods, and the faun sees them.
It's a dance to celebrate 60 years and a company that's come a long way. Formed in 1952, the West Australian Ballet was founded by Kira Busloff, a former prima ballerina with the Ballet Russe. She would lead the company through decades of hardship, relying on donations and even temporarily shutting up shop in order to stay afloat.
To keep alive something that's been built with tears and sweat, and I know it because I started without no financial support at all.
In the early days when Perth was, a very small town, I would venture to say, and they used to rehearse at different venues. They didn't have a home, and some of the dancers would say, we'll catch the number 15 tram and we'll yell out where the rehearsal room, and people would jump on the tram and off they'd go to the rehearsal.
Barry Moreland has a long history with the company, first coming west to choreographer work in the 1970s.
So I came and I had a look, and this theatre had been refurbished, and I thought, wow, I have a theatre, I have an orchestra, and a young company, so I'll give it a bash.
It was the start of a tumultuous 15 years with the company, which saw him fired and rehired as he and his young dancers navigated a rocky financial road.
The budget was, the original term, smell of an oil rag, was apt.
While the money wasn't there, the quality of dance was, and Barry Moreland was slowly able to build the company.
Bit by bit, I increased the company from 12 to 14, and then 17 dancers. And then it dropped back to 14, one dreadful year, and back we went up to 17.
Dancers worked with leading designers and created stunning new works. They embarked on their first major international tour in 1990, stamping the reputation of WA dancers on the world map.
I remember thinking as a kid, am I ever going to make it? Am I ever going to be discovered? And I think the reputation of West Australia in producing great dancers has meant that people do come looking.
David McAllister trained in Perth but found a career interstate as a leading dancer with the Australian Ballet. He's now the artistic director of the company, which is also celebrating a birthday this year. Surprisingly, it's 10 years younger than the WA Ballet. It's a company that's always taken its shows on the road, and for its 50th birthday it's touring a new interpretation of an old classic, starring two more West Australians in the lead roles.
Madeline, I think, is the epitome of the actress ballerina. She can do any dance step, but she also has this amazing ability to be completely captivating and real and honest.
Graham Murphy's new working of Romeo and Juliet stars Madeline EASTOE and Kevin Jackson as the doomed lovers.
There's this softness about his movement that's just so engaging and romantic and passionate. So they are the perfect Romeo and Juliet partnership.
The pair share an on-stage chemistry and an off-stage past. Madeline EASTOE's mother is a Perth dance teacher who set both dancers on a path to stardom.
Performed with Perth City Ballet and met Mad's mum because she was teaching some of the children's routines in that production, and got talking to her and found out about the Australian Ballet School.
My mum definitely said, look out, there's this boy, Kevin, he's coming across. I was like, yeah. You know, I'll say hello.
I think we are very good at producing extremely good dancers, world-class dancers, and some of that I think comes from the fact that West Australia has a ballet company here 24/7 all the time, and I think that inspiration is really the key for young dancers.
And that local company is now going from strength to strength. 60 years after its beginnings in borrowed spaces, the company finally has a studio to call its own. Just last month, dancers moved into the new WA Ballet Centre in Maylands.
I can be pretty ruthless, and I thought, okay, we'll see what this building's going to be like. You know, probably be 7 out of 10. You know, the usual in Perth, 7 out of 10. But absolutely 10 out of 10. Spectacular.
The new premises reflect a new financial security, bolstered by strong government support and a healthy sponsorship program.
We've grown our donations and sponsorship phenomenally. The public have got behind the company, and you can see the result of it now in the way that it's travelling, the way that the dancers are performing on stage, and you know, it's all upward from here.
And that security is finally letting the company focus on what it does best, producing quality ballet.